How am I able to assign a task dynamically in eFlow during the process? Let me try to explain you with an example. For example, if I want to set an ID of the user who initiated a process, with this calculate tool that I use so often, I can just get the initiator's ID, and let me develop a new element called user ID for this, and let's calculate the user's ID with a function. Let's choose the user ID and let's use our initiator ID function. So this initiator ID function will get the user's ID who initiated this process or this task. And if I want to show this user ID at a task form, let me bring a task form and let's select the user ID data element only. I want to show only the user's ID. And just after that, I want to assign this task to the manager of the person who complete this task. So I'm gonna just develop a dynamic user for that. And it's the, let's say, n plus 2 manager. This is an ID, n plus 2 manager ID. And what I have to do is I will choose the element type assignment. So just after that, I want to get the ID, and for that I will use another calculate tool for that. Okay, so at this calculate tool, this time get n plus 2 ID. Just an example. I'll show you which functions do I use for that. Set n plus 2 ID. I'm gonna select the data element and I will use a function that I use so often, find supervisor user ID. But this user ID will be of the person who complete the task at this step. So this function will find the user ID who last completed a task. Alright, and if I want to show this at a task form, let's get one more task form and let's show at this task form only n2 n plus 2 manager ID. So let me briefly explain it again. When I initiated the process, eFlow will calculate the user ID who initiated this process and will show at the task form. Then at this step, eFlow will show me the ID of the person who last complete the task. So it's here at this step, initiators manager. I save this process and I activate it. So let's go to eFlow and check what we have done. So my first, let me show you from the users. My username is Harun, and let's check first Harun's manager. So Harun reports to channel manager. So we shall see the channel manager at the second step. And let's just run the purchase request process. And you see my user ID, the initiator's user ID is 99 and n plus 2's user ID. If I want to get, I'll just get this action button and you see the channel manager. It is the initiator's manager, and I show you the workflow. Here you see the workflow. So this is how I assign a task dynamically at eFlow by just setting this element type as assignment and by just assigning this task to this assignment user.